All right, so this is what I do. After I come to work every day, find my truck. This is it. I put my things down. Go ahead and put all my stuff in the next seat, or just put it in the seat, period. Climb up. Make sure that I'm in neutral. Put my backpack down. Okay. Then I get out. Truck keys. Let it run. Time out. Okay. Get our little trusty rag. Unhook the truck, latches, both sides. Both sides. Want to check for it, make sure it's not leaning. No oil. Okay, you all right? Put your foot there, arm here, open it up. This is pretty much it. We're gonna check the oil. I'm gonna have to put you down for a minute, look full, so I can check it and wipe it off. I'll be back. Truck's good. I'm gonna lift the top down. Latch back on. I want the hood opening up while we're driving. Make sure our tires ain't bald. You know, still got 4 seconds of tread dip. Make sure our other tires are good. Really supposed to use the tire pressure gauge. But I know these tires are good. Make sure ain't nothing in there. Check the spaces. It's all good. 5th wheel on there. Oiled up, grease. Alright. Now it's time to hop in the truck. Turn the AC to full blast. And we're gonna end up doing our pre-trip inspection on this paper right here. But right now, before I do that, we'll check my miles. Alright, that's how many miles is on the truck. I'm gonna check my manifest real quick to see which one I need to be picking up. Trailer 54923. Go hook up. So I can't really drive while I'm taping, so I'm gonna put the phone on pause. All right, we're hooked up to our trailer 54923. Now we hop out the truck. Make sure you always pull the brake. Brakes are pulled already, so kind of did that before I even put the camera on. So y'all won't be going trying to tell on me. Okay, hook up our electrical lights. For our lights right there. Air brakes. Where's the red one? Oh, I'm tripping. Emergency airline. It's always red. Boom. Oh, we have a lift gate. So I'm going to use this one to hook up for the lift. Lift gates, all that hooked up. Now, crank this bad boy up. There we go. We gotta go counterclockwise to lift them legs. Okay, legs up. Put our handle. Hold on. Okay. Come on now. Well, whatever. We'll just put like the handle in stowaway position. Go around, check the trailer. Make sure lift gate is working properly. All right. Tires are good. Mud flaps. Hub oil seal. All that's gravy, baby. Batteries in check. Lights in check. Reflector tape. Give it one more good walk around. Check the damages. Make sure you ride good. All right, now we can do the paperwork. The fun part, paperwork. I'll show you what that looks like right now. So, this is the paperwork. As you can see, it asks for those information. Give me about 10 minutes as I fill, 5 minutes, I'm gonna fill this out and come back to you. This is my situation right now. I can't even back in and unload my stuff. There ain't nothing but trucks or trailers everywhere. So I have to wait. Some boo-boo. I can talk to y'all. Where do I start? I know. I'm done with trucking, man. I'm done. That's it. I'm out the game. 2 years in, done. No more. You know what I'm saying? It's not for me. The reason why I say it's not for me, man, because I done been in some shit already within my 2 years, and it's not. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I guess I can start out by telling y'all what I've been through. But at the same time, man, it's just if you gonna come in this game, man, you gotta be focused, ready for whatever, and hopefully you business oriented or minded, you trying to hurry up and get your own shit. Cause working for somebody else, man, that shit ain't cool. I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. It's not cool, man. It's not. Uh, this shit about to get real, man. Just take off my hat, speak to y'all face to face. I ain't got no sunshades on. Today's a beautiful day. I'm trying not to take up, too much of your time watching this video if you're tuning in. But just finna hit all facts and points. So first off, I'm not with PTL no more. After I left PTL, I went straight to Coca-Cola. I was in the back of the sleeper cab one day filling out the application. Went home on my vacation time for about a week. Been out on the road for about 4. And I ended up getting a call from Coca-Cola from that day I was filling out the application. And it was like, hey, you want to come on? I was like, yeah, it's local. Be home every day, get to see my wife and kids. So why not, right? Let me go on, come on home. So I came home, started working for Coke.
February 2017. And mind you, I just got my license November 2016. So I was with PTL maybe 2 months from November to December. They're basically a full month and a half. Basically, I was with PTL. And I was, you know, like I said, nothing but good things to say about them. Of course, only negative thing I probably could say is pay scale. Man, it's people want to get paid more, so just bump up the pay. And I don't think there was anything negative, anything other than that I could say about PTL. So PTL, I really enjoyed your company, and maybe one day if I decide to go back over the road, you guys will be the first ones I give a call to. Um, Moving on. So yeah, I went and started working for Coca-Cola, and I must say it was a pretty good experience. I learned a lot. I learned most of my experience from Coca-Cola as far as docking, driving, um, different road conditions, traffic. Boy, traffic here in Dallas Fort Worth area, something else, man. I tell you, So I learned got a lot of experience from that. Now I'm unhappy right now. I'm very, very unhappy. Mostly because I'm not working. I am unemployed. Uh, I just recently lost my job with Coca-Cola. Uh, it was basically this month, September the 21st, September the 20th. I'm sorry, September the 20th, and they did it real, real bad, real messed up to me, y'all. But hey, maybe I did it to myself. I really can't complain. I'm just mostly, I guess, what would you say? I'm upset because I'm not working in the situation that led up to me not working. So I just let y'all in on what's going on. So let's give it a timeout real quick, shall we? Back to it. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I ended up getting a phone call real quick. So, like I said, the situation, circumstance that led up to it, why I'm unemployed, basically, is I've had a few accidents in my trucking career. So now I'm not ashamed to say, yes, I've had some accidents, and two of them I say will definitely be my fault, but it is what it is, man. So let me just start off. I guess I'll tell you what happened with the first accident. It happened around this same time. Well, actually, next month, last year. So it happened, yeah, October 26, 2017. I'm sorry. And basically, I'm driving, picking up my B load. And let me tell you a little bit about Coke. Coke I was doing with Coke was boat. I was doing boat driving with Coke. So I would run anywhere between the 53s and the 48 trailers, day cabs, tandem trucks. So basically, these trucks carried a lot of weight because it's the liquid inside. And I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of what goes on in the inner workings. Not the inner workings as far as like how they make it, because they don't let us see that. But as far as in what I was doing. So on a daily basis, I would run about 2 loads on average. When I first started out, so I would take out anywhere between 25 to 30 pallets at six, seven, five, six different stores on the first load. Come back, pick up my B load, have about 4 or 5 more stores with 20 some pallets on it, and that would be my day. So I would end up, it was 10-hour days. I would go to work from 5 to 3, but of course, we would work well over 3. I would get off sometimes 5 a.m. That was on average. So I was pulling about 12 hours um, daily whenever I went to work. So situation B, being I'm working like this, I'm pulling 2 trailers. As people started to leave and they started saying I'm getting better and stuff like that, because Coke has a high turnover rate. People started coming in, they basically moved me up to where I was running 3 loads a night. So doing the job of like the veterans and stuff like that. So I was doing 3 loads and coming back to the plant, taking another one out, come back to the plant, take another one out, come back, and boom, that's my day. So yeah, it was a lot of long hours, but again, home every night. So that was a good benefit of it. Um, I got some I met a bunch of cool people doing this job, met a bunch of assholes doing this job. You know what I'm saying? And most of them were at Walmart. The stores, the accounts that we served that night on bulk was Walmart and Kroger. So, if anybody in Walmart hear this, sorry, but some of y'all were just buttholes. And y'all even told us to our face, man, y'all don't like working with vendors. So, but that's another story for another day. So I'm trying to keep everything short and sweet and rush this, because I know y'all got things to do and so do I. And I don't really like talking that long. But I'm just trying to fill people in who was, start to watch my little following or whatever I should say, or what I was doing. So I'm not with PTL. Went to Coke. Now I'm not with Coke. Reasons why I'm not with Coke: I had some accidents. The accidents that I had were, to me, the last two were severe. The first two not. First accident I ever had, driving down the road. It's raining. If you ever know what it's like driving in raining conditions, you know to stay away from trees. Okay, this is my first time learning all of this. So the rain is coming down hard, and the rain is weighing down on the trees or whatever. I'm driving kind of like in the middle of the road, but not all the way in the middle. I'm on my way to my first stop of my B load. I hear a loud boom, like a thud sound. It was like damn near like a gunshot, I would say. And so I'm looking out my windows like, okay, what was that sound? Make it to my first stop, and I get out. I make it to my stop, and I get out, and I look, and I saw the trailer had a serious like hole in it from the front of the trailer. Like basically, when I was driving down this street, a branch was hanging down, like a tree branch, not a limb, like I don't know, the big ass branch, limb, whatever, hanging down, and I must have smacked this thing so hard to where it put a hole about 3 feet wide and deep in it, and it was pretty bad. Well, maybe not like 3 feet, but it was pretty big. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find some pictures and show that to y'all because I shot a lot of pictures when I was with him. Um, so yeah, I get back to the plant, tell them about it. Okay, you gotta do the procedures, piss in the cup, and we'll do the IRC next week. We do the IRC. They're like, okay, what happened? I'm like, I'm driving down the road. Of course, it's raining on this road and it's raining all around. But next thing I know, I hear a loud thud sound. Then I get to my stop. I look out the truck. I see this. I take a picture and I call y'all. They're like, okay, well, that was a preventable. So we're going to go ahead and mark that down as a warning or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I ain't tripping. First time ever in trouble or something like that. Or, getting in a situation like that. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, maybe, they, just learning curve thing. Second accident going. And, I'm trying to remember because it didn't happen around the same time. Okay, I remember this happened. I was on the yard, and one of the airlines, not the airlines, the electrical lines for the uh, the ramp, the lift gate ramp, comes unhooked from the socket, and it comes out and gets tangled within the tires. And when it gets tangled in the tires, it snatches it out of from the truck, the cab of the truck. And when it snatches out from the cab of the truck, basically it stops the truck, like because the truck is in the tires, the truck won't move, things like that. So I can't move the truck. I'm like, okay. I hop out the truck. I'm looking. I'm like, oh snap, like oh dang, the cord is tangled up in between the middle of the tires. I see my supervisor on the lot. He's doing something. I'm like, hey, can you help me get this untangled? He comes over. He's like having a panic attack or something. Well, he's on another story, man, for another day. Oh my gosh, this is an accident. We gotta write that up. I'm like, okay, it's just the air, electrical line came apart, came unhooked from y'all janky equipment that y'all have up here, because they don't give you new equipment, man. You got some old trucks. I mean, they just now starting to get new trucks, but for the most part, man, you driving some 95s, some 2000s and stuff like that. And yeah, nah. I mean, yeah, they got some new trucks now, but only certain people can drive those. So, um, for new people coming in, you getting the old trucks. So I'm getting, you know what I'm saying, I got this 2003 and I'm rolling with it. I ain't tripping with it, whatever. So when this court comes out, he's tripping. He's like, oh, this is an accident. You know, we got to go piss in the cup. Da 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 da. Da. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, I ain't tripping. He's like, basically, when I do the IRC the next week, they're like, okay, what happened? I tell them, you know, I'm making the turn. I'm still in the yard. Haven't even went out on the street yet. Still in the yard. And, you know, the electrical lift gate socket line comes out the socket, and somehow I guess when I turned it, it fell down and got wrapped around the wheels. So when it wrapped around the wheels, it kept me from moving. I got out, tell him, you know, help me get it undone. He's taking pictures. He's like, "Oh, you broke the plastic mud flap on the truck," and I'm like, "No, that was already broke." He's like, "Well, it had to happen with this because you know it's broke." And I'm like, okay, well, where's the plastic piece? I don't see any plastic pieces where it will indicate that I've done this. Now, mind you, a lot of these trucks out here is pretty beat up, y'all. I mean, beat up. You know, that's why they ain't trying to get no new trucks because they want you to finish beating, I guess, these trucks up or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I don't see the evidence to where how he can put that on me, but I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just gonna be a simple replace the electrical line because those things happen. You know, they happen quite frequently with they come out the socket because of the janky equipment that they give you. And I was like, okay, you know, I see a lot of guys they'll just go over to the maintenance area or you know where they service on the trucks and just get another cord and hook it in there and hook the other one, you know, hook it up where it's supposed to go and you good to go. And yeah, that didn't happen. He was like, "Well, this is your warning." So it went from a warning to first offense or something like that. So I'm like, all right, whatever, man, I ain't tripping. You know, second one, I'm still working. How big of a deal could it be? You know, not knowing they actually counting all these up and putting them on my deck report. You know, I'm learning all of this, y'all. So as I go, now I'm at the point now. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have any more accidents. I know what I'm doing. You know, of course, those were just I don't know what the heck, but you know, freak accident, freak situations, shit happens. Third accident. Whoo, man. Now this one, I would say it's kind of my fault because for two reasons. I should have been more aware of my surroundings, and I should have I known that because I'm driving this truck to not let someone else drive my vehicle. Okay. So I'm pulling into a neighborhood Walmart, and some of these neighborhood Walmarts they barely have any room for you to get into these stores. So this one neighborhood Walmart, I usually know I turn all the way wide with this turn because I usually look whenever I'm going there. I always have a 53 to look and make sure you know I don't hit the curb. So this particular day, this car's coming out as I'm going in, but I'm already halfway in. He decides to keep coming like he's gonna squeeze through on the side to go around me. I'm like, okay. So instead of being, you know, a jackass, try to be a courteous driver or whatever, I'm like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and get closer back over toward my lane, you know, so I can let him go on by since he want to be stupid. And that was my mistake. Because I did that, I cut my turn much closer and quicker than I would normally do. And there's a brick Walmart sign like right at the edge of the curve. So whenever I did that turn, that basically when I clipped that Walmart sign, it kind of tore like a Wolverine slash hole inside of the side of the trailer, on the side of the trailer, and it flattened my tire because I popped the curve and it bent the rim. So I'm like, gosh, yeah, it was a pretty bad day that day. So I tell him, he's like, oh, okay, piss in the cup, as you know. So I'm like, all right, no problem. Get back, piss in the cup, do my little situation, you know. Then the next day, like, okay, next week IRC, which is basically what that is. They sit down with you. I should have told you I explained this earlier. They sit down with you with a group of people. I probably did explain this, and they go over what happened, what could have been prevented, and you know that situation. So I'm like, yeah, this happened. This is how it happened. They're like, okay, well now you're on a final. Like, damn, how I go from a warning to a first offense to a final? Like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it's like three strike rule. So now I'm on my final. They're like, okay, you can't get any more accidents. Any more accidents, you're pretty much subject to termination and so forth and so on. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, I'm on my P's and Q's now. So my first accident happened around, like I said, October 2017. Y'all, I'm not making this shit up. I get into an accident, my fourth accident this month, September the 20th. No, September the 2nd, I'm sorry. Right before Labor Day, something like that. And man, it was ugly. Okay, this day, I'm gonna tell you. This is why I say if you gonna come in the truck and make sure you got your game face on, man. You know when you're doing this job. This is not one of those type of jobs where you want to slack off or if you're dealing with shit, you need to focus when you come to work. Let everything else go when you come to work. You gotta work. You know what I'm saying? Because this is your life and other people's lives that's at stake here. So, as holding the CDL, they look at you as a professional. So things you need to do needs to be, you got to be attention to detail, even if you're not attention to detail type person. So I'm waking up. These are all my negative things about myself that now I'm starting to notice. Hey, I got to be on my stuff, my P's and Q's. So fourth accident happened again this month. I'm going through some personal things at home, and of course, it's leaking out into my concentration at work. I'm not really 100% focused as usual, but this night is just so different for so many reasons. From the point in time I started working with Coke, we've been using the pull-up doors that you can use on the trailers, where you just pull them in whenever you dock. You pull them up from the back, the roll-up doors. I should say the roll-up doors, and just push them straight up and you bring them straight down, just like that. You're done. You lock it from inside the store or wherever you're at. So this particular day, they loaded my pallets on a swing out door. Now I've worked with a swing out door when I was over the road. You know what I'm saying? So I know the functionality of it and things like that. Now, mind you, I've been working with the pull up, pull down doors for the whole year and a half that I've been there. Never, not once have I got these swing out doors because they don't load those on our trailers. I mean, they don't load those pallets on those trailers. Well, obviously there was a shortage of trailers that day, so they needed to borrow from the transport side, and they did that, and they loaded my stuff on those swing out doors. So I'm going through what I'm going through at home, having personal issues, and dealing with, of course, work and stuff like that. And I make it to my second stop on my B load. Now I did everything right on my first stop on my B load. I remembered, hey, I got this. When I left out, these doors open. I pulled up, I closed them, went on to my second store. Boom, I was good. Now, why I didn't do that for my second stop, I have no clue. I have a clue, but you know what I'm saying. I was more like trying to get done. I only had 3 stops. I was already finished with my second stop. I was like, I got one more stop. I'm gonna be done going home. I was in a rush. So this is what happened. I finished with that second stop. They tell me, oh, we can't let you out the back door. Because normally I would close the door down from inside so I wouldn't have these issues. But anyway, he's like, hey, we can't let you out our back door because it's broke. You gotta go around to the front. I'm like, okay, cool. So I walked all the way around to the front. Whatever I'm thinking on my mind that day, just dealing with what I'm dealing with at home and stuff like that. Get home. Get into the truck. I get in the truck, start it up. I get a phone call and I'm talking for a little bit before I take off, and I'm like, okay, it's time to go. I catch you later. I pull off. I forgot to close the door, y'all. I didn't even think twice about pulling up, stopping, go close the doors. So I pull off, hit the corner, get ready to get to the street. As I enter the street to go to my last stop, which is literally less than a mile away, I go around the corner, hit the U-turn. I hear a loud thud sound. I'm like, oh gosh, what is that? It sounds like a metal sound. And what we usually use on the back of these trailers is dock plates. So these dock plates is anywhere between about 75 to 100 pounds of pure steel. And It's basically used. So whenever we don't dock correctly, we can use the dock plate to pull the stuff off, the pallets off, and everything like that. So I had the dock plate leaning up against the wall inside the grooves, usually like I normally do. But the doors are closed, so it's never a problem. So this day, when I heard that sound, I immediately looked out my windows. And when I looked out my windows, I saw the doors were still open. Now, I freaked out because I'm like, how the hell did I forget to close the door? Well, I'm human, all right? So I made a mistake. I can genuinely say this one here, I feel like was my mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because had I been paying attention and focused from all the way through, that wouldn't have happened to me at all. So I get out and I look, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go check, make sure everything's good in the back. Because I heard that thud sound. I'm gonna look for this dock plate, make sure it didn't fall out. That's my fear. I'm thinking like, hopefully it didn't fall out. As soon as I open it up, well, as soon as I look into the back, it's already open. I'm looking, I don't see the dock plate. I'm like, okay, all right. At this point, I'm tripping. I'm like, the dock plate's gone. It fell off the back of the truck. So some guy pulls around on the street. Now it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Of course, nighttime is like I don't know who the hell's out this late, but trucks. So this guy pulls around in front of me. He's like, "Hey, I think you dropped something back there." He confirmed my fear. I was like, "Shit, I dropped something." All right, so I get back in the truck and pull around. I'm like, "Man, let me hurry up and get this stop plate, put it back on the truck. Hopefully nobody ran over it or hit it or anything like that. I'll be good." I get back to where I heard the sound, and immediately I noticed there was a car on the side of the road with 2 flats. Well, I get out. Well, I parked the truck first, and I get out to look for the dock plate. And these guys from the restaurant that I parked at came running over to me from the car that was in the street. He was like, "Hey, did you drop something?" It's like, "Yeah, I dropped something." It was like, "Is it that metal thing over there?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's that metal thing over there." So I go pick it up, and this is a big heavy dock plate now, so I had to use a lot of adrenaline because I'm like, nervous. I don't want nobody to pull up on me and see this situation. And threw it in the back of the trailer. And I'm like, okay, lock the doors. I'm like, all right, now let me go, check on these people because I don't want to be, just drive off because I see them in the street like that. So I go walk over and I'm like, hey, what's going on? He's like, man, we ran over something in the road. We got a flat. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, shoot, where's the spare? Pull it out. I'll help you change the spare. And then he tells me I got 2 flats. One in the front on the driver's side, one in the back on the same side. 2 flats. I'm like, boy, this is ugly. I ain't never seen that happen before. So I'm like, okay, I'm in a situation now where I have to call, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, call him. Doesn't know what's going on. He's like, I can, when you can just feel someone who's like disappointed in you, and I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm disappointed. I can hear his disappointment because he already had someone else that exact same day who had an accident. They hurt their body, like they didn't hurt somebody, they hurt themselves on the work. So he had to take them to the hospital, this and that and the third. It was one of those days. So he's like, send me pictures. You gotta call the police. So they gotta write a police report or whatever. This has to be documented, this and that. I'm like, so call the police. They wait for them to get there. They do all their business. They're like, hey, well, since it was something in the road and you didn't hit anyone or nobody hit you, it's gonna be pretty much documented as a road hazard. Like stuff just laying out in the road or something. So I'm like, all right. We're not going to put it on, they said basically not going to go on your DOT record. So I'm like, thank you, God. So I'm like, that's good. Now, mind you, I done already had, this is my 4th accident. So, incident, should I say. So I'm pretty sure Coke has reported all 4 of these on my DAC report. So I'm like, I ain't tripping. I'm more upset at myself again. So we go through the motions, trade all this information, do all this and that, and you know, people they say, hey, you know, I appreciate you for not just taking off, and for the fact that you came back, because you know, in a situation like that, knowing my situation, how you know thin nice line I was, and I'm on. I could have just not came back, but I was like, you know, that'd be kind of messed up, you know. And then I don't, you know, I believe in karma. Things come back on you eventually. So I put it this way. I think maybe this was a learning lesson for me. It was all a learning curve. And, you know, things like I said happen for a reason. So I'm not currently employed right now because, of course, after that, they told me, you know, they brought me into the office. I saw the paper, it had a dismissal check in the check box. I was like, oh, yeah, they finna let me go. And they did. So they let me go. They told me they was gonna pay me my for my vacation time that I had left, which was been 40 hours. They only paid me for 28. Y'all wrong for that shit, Coke. And I still had sick time in PTO days, or you know, like what you call them, paid holiday floaters, or that was what they call them, floater holidays. So I'm basically was missing 32 hours, which came out to be like $700-800 they still owe me. But it's all good, Coke. It's all good. Shit happens for a reason, right? And I ain't tripping on it. I was a little upset, but now I'm like, okay, you know what? Bump it. You know, y'all don't cheat me out $800 like that. You tell me you're gonna give it to me, no problem. You know, maybe me telling somebody about this, if they ever had these situations in the future, use that sick time, use that PTO time, and use that vacation time way before. You know, if you're on your third or your final, just use it. Use it because they're gonna cut you out of it eventually. They're gonna find a way just to pay your percentage. It's like, well, we only owe you 90% of your vacation time because of this. I'm like, whatever. You know, just hit a rough time. So, Coke, no hard feelings. I appreciate you letting me work for y'all, and I may not drink as much as your product now, but you know, only time I may, you know, indulge is like doing holidays or something like that. But yeah, appreciate it again. Thank you, PTL. Hi, Penske. Let's see what I can do for you guys, and hopefully what you can do for me. So what we can do for each other. Let me just say that, you know. So let's make it a better year for 2019 coming up here, and I promise to give my all and pay attention and be more focused, and won't let distractions like this past one happen to me again. I mean, yeah, that's my word. You guys won't be getting a video like this for a while of my F ups. I'm telling you. If anything's gonna be how positive stuff has been going. So that's it. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'm out.